You know that every time when you make commissions, you also get more coins?
Yeah, because of you get more cycles, right?
Yes.
It would be really good if the money that's in your back office, because I know it divides into cash and reserve and cycles. If the cash you could then use to, yeah, can you leave that in there and then let it build up and then use to buy another license?
Yes. Okay. So when you make commissions, 60% of your commission. So let's say, okay, so let's just talk about the first pillar of the compensation plan, which is the 10% direct sales. So you personally introduce someone like James. James is signing up today. You send him, you send your link to James. James bought €2,000 license. Sorry, that's Debbie's calling. James bought €2,000 license. You're gonna make 10% of that. So that's direct sales. Direct sales commission. So you're gonna make €200. Okay, fine. So the commission week is Monday to Sunday. Let's say this is Monday the 1st, and that Sunday would that be the 7th. On Monday the 8th, when you log into your back office, you're gonna see these commissions there in a system showing as pending, so that they won't be available just yet. And then on Monday the 15th, the commissions will be then released, accepted. This is because if there are any changes, someone for whatever reason decided, because there's a 7-day refund policy as well. The company needs to have that week for possible commission adjustments. They don't want to be giving you money and then taking it away from you because of something. They just want to make it right the first time. Yeah, it's pending, and then if they need to make any adjustments to it because of whatever, some changes to the structure of the team, if that happens, it won't be happening. But someone might decide, yeah, this is a company producing software. And we're not able to, within a week, to introduce all these services. And you don't want to launch a company with a product half ready, because that would be just embarrassing for everyone, for all of us. Where what happens when you go with something that is just not ready? Everyone thought that it's going to be $1 when it launches and 0.001. And then what does it do to your community? It just destroys it. This is a financial technology company. These are the people we have on board to actually develop solutions for us, and they do it. We don't update the community every single week, because we're not going to be saying, yeah, these guys have just added 25,000 of code, 25,000 lines of code. Just what's the point? The moment you meet these guys, really, that's why I encourage you to, if you can, at least maybe even one of you, just be there on a Saturday, 24th of June, just see these guys, just talk to the founders, because that will really increase your belief. Because you need to have that degree of belief, of course, because it's not live yet. So you need to trust that they will develop what they develop and what they're working on. But there's just been way too much evidence for anyone to doubt that this could not happen.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I've got no trust issues with it at all.
Everyone in the public, the owners do weekly webinars, their faces are everywhere. Did you guys see the Millionaire Asia article? Millionaire Asia is a prestigious Asian magazine running for over 10 years over there. As you can imagine, not everyone's buying it, just genuine entrepreneurs, business owners, etc. Is that kind of high level type of. We are on the front cover, and we have 24 pages of the editorial content. I'm actually on one of the pictures as well. Yeah, just look for red shoes.
Awesome. Yeah, I'd love to see that.
Yeah, just look for red shoes and you'll find them. You'll find me. So let's say pillar number 1 is the 10% direct sale. So again, let's have that example here. You're selling €2,000 license. You're selling €2,000 license here. 10% of that is going to be €200. Yeah, 45, the advocate upgrade, that's straight to the company. We have nothing. It's one time, it doesn't matter. So that's pillar number 1. There are 3 pillars of the compensation plan. I'm going to do the split of cash to coins at the very end. So just bear with me. Pillar number 2, this is called binary bonus or network bonus. You could hear these two names. I call it binary because it is the binary compensation plan. We've got one leg left and right. So yeah, 2 legs. Binary bonus or network bonus. The qualification. So in order to activate level 1, you have to pay the advocate upgrade €45, and then you get access to your referral link, and then you can start sending and getting people to buy. Now, binary bonus, to activate this, so you're here once you have your Sorry, my fan's just glued into the table. In order to activate the binary bonus, you need to sell licenses on a value of 500 euro that you will place to your left. So, and then 500 euro, that's personal sales that you will place to your right. So altogether, you need to deliver effectively 1,000 euro in sales. You individually, not your team, you individually, that's your referral link. How you do it, it does not matter. You can just place one account because one person bought 500 euro license, or you can just sell 5 100 euro licenses. You can place 100 euro here, 500 euro here. Does not matter. As long as you bring 500 euro to the business and you place that to your left, and 500 euro place that to your right, your binary activates. Pretty straightforward, right? The binary bonus. So once you do that, once you activate that, let's say, just for the simplicity, that you have done that, exactly that. You've placed 2 people, they bought 500 euro each, one to the left, one to the right. And then from then on, you'll be making 10% from whatever sales volume is from that particular week of a weaker leg. So if you're here and you continue selling, so you've sold another, let's say all of them are 500 euro licenses. You've placed another person here, then you've placed another person here. Then, because I happen to be here, and Sol happens to be here, and Sol put you to his left, and then Sol is on my left. Let's say that's you. There we go. You're here. And when I placed someone to my left, and I placed the guy here, that's again 500 euro license. That still counts towards your sales volume. The beauty of the binary is that it does not matter whether that particular account is in your personal team or not. They just have to be in your binary structure. If you see an account there, and this account is in your weaker leg, you will be paid 10% of whatever the value of that license is. So if I've placed a guy here, and this guy happens to be a crazy builder, and this guy just brings accounts in, guess what? If this is your weaker leg, you'll get 10% of it. And if this isn't your weaker leg, if your leg that you're building is a weaker leg, this account is like a benchmark. If you have 70 grand worth of business here from all these accounts, you know that all you have to do, and you have only, let's say 20,000, and you're right on your right-hand side, all you're doing all day long is placing people to your right, because you know that you're being paid 10% from the weaker leg, and you want that weaker leg to be as close to the stronger leg as possible to maximize that payment. Because of course, if you have 70 here and 20 here, you're going to make 10% of the 20, which is 2 grand that week. But if you have 70 here and 69 here, you're going to get paid 6,900 rather than 2,000. That's what it is. And with the binary, it does not matter who that guy is. I've got a guy in my team, actually no, sorry, in my structure. He has got nothing to do with me. He came from 2 uplines above. This guy is selling 5 grand licenses. I'm getting paid 10% of that. Even if I'm not getting paid immediately, he's actually creating that stronger volume so that I'm benchmarking my weaker leg off of. When I know, and I'm logging, okay, this guy sold another 5K licenses, I don't need to worry about my stronger leg for quite some time because he's building it for me. All I have to do is focus on placing people to one of my sides rather than 2. Because if you are just one, if you are just here and you've got no one above or whatever, or no one's working on anything above you, then you have to be placing effectively someone to the left, someone to the right to be making commissions. But if you have someone who's building one leg for you, even if they've got nothing to do with you, all you do is just continuously placing people to one side. That's what it is. It's just people from above putting people into your structure, and you're also financially benefiting from it, like in a huge way potentially. If you have any builders, if you have someone strong, they need to know that, because basically the maximum you can earn from an account, and there is a little image that explains what the maximum weekly earnings are based on what license you have or sales that you've delivered. But anyhow, the very maximum one account can earn is 35,000 euro, which most people, like 99% or 0.9, will say, I don't need any more. But you want to bulletproof yourself, just in case all of a sudden this really takes off for you and you don't want to have any blockages. The reason why we're doing the triangle, because with the triangle, there's no limit. There's just infinite less income potential. So all you do is you have your main account, then you use your own referral link, set up one account that you're going to place to your left.
Yeah, that's what we did. That's where Joseph is. We're basically in this together. So we've, his account is. So
you don't need another. Joseph's account. Yeah, that's perfect. So you've done that. And now create another account and put that to your right. That's because you don't quite know which leg will really take off. Of course, I know that you will be running traffic to your left, but you just never know who you're going to have. You might have 5 people who will be running the traffic to your right because you happen to have strong builders there. That's why you've got to have that security where you have that perfect triangle. So this is the reason for the triangle, because so now imagine that, and that's exactly what you guys are doing here. This is why you need to have the other account as well, because all you're doing for the first however long, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, is you're just using your top link to recruit. And of course, all you will be, so these accounts will be pretty much idle. Nothing will be happening over there. Initially, you've got to put someone to your right so that you have, because this is, I believe, sorry, to your left, because this, I believe, is the power leg. So it's also Soul's mine, but you've got to also contribute. You've got to put someone there who's actually going to be creating that volume for you. And then you're going to be working on your weaker side. Weaker side is typically to the inside, because I want you to fully get that. So you've already done that. So you've already sent your referral link to Joseph, and you've got that. You've got this account here. 100 euro account. It can be just a customer account. Just leave it as it is. 100 euro. All it is just locking in that spot over there. Just locking in, just claiming that spot. Now you do this exactly the same thing on the right hand side from your referral link. That's not going to be yours. Not going to be yours, Joseph. This is your referral link, top accounts, referral link to lock in this spot. And now forget about these accounts. Never log in, never use referral links from these accounts. Just leave them there as they are. Just use referral links from the top account.
Yeah.
And place another one here, another builder. And then carry on like that. Place another person. And then place another person. Of course, you distribute them equally initially, so that, because your goal is to have your left side and your right side as close as possible to each other when it comes to volume, when it comes to sales.
Yeah.
So the system is now being built where you can automatically, like live, see what that figure is. Basically, business volume equals license. So if you have 100 euro license here, that's going to be 100 that you're going to have BV on the left-hand side. If you sold 400 or 500 euro licenses, you're going to have 2,000 on the right. It's the total sales volume. That's all it is. It's very simple. It's not like with some companies, you sell 150, but your volume is 10. So with this equals sales. So now you've got people that you've placed to your right, to your left. And let's say eventually you got to, let's say 20,000 business volume, and you've got 20,000 on the left, 20,000 on the right. Guess what? This business volume is also being reflected on, or it's also being shown inside these accounts, because they happen to be below them. So although these accounts have done nothing so far, they have not recruited a single person, all these business volumes are there sitting. So when you're going to log into this account, on the left, when you check the business volume for the left side, it will show it's going to be 19,900, because minus the value of the license here. This is 100 euro license. Yeah, there's going to be 19,900. That's going to be the business volume. Every single license, does not matter who plays them at all. All you have to do then, let's say this top account is getting close to earning weekly, let's say 25K. So you're just 10 away from maxing out. At that point, okay, I've got enough builders in my structure that are building my left side and building my right side, that now I can actually grab the referral link from one of my sub accounts. And how you determine? You check the business volume. You log into your account on the left and you see, okay, and again, another thing that you've got to know, you're not going to have more than 500,000 business volume per account. That's the limit. So the system will not show more. Even if your sales are like 600,000, 1 million, whatever, 500,000 what the clock is going to stop on. So let's say this account, you got to a business volume of 350,000 when you logged in. This account got 450. So okay, I've got more business volume on my right side. I'm going to start using my referral link on the right to recruit, because there's more business volume. And now pay attention to this. The moment you start recruiting with this sub account, I'm gonna grab another color. All you do is you grab your own referral link and you create a new account for yourself. First of all, you're gonna place that here, new account. That's gonna be your account. And then you're gonna either recruit someone or place another account yourself, doesn't matter. You're gonna place that to your right. Basically what you're doing now is you're activating a binary compensation. So in order to activate pillar number 2, you need to place €500 worth of business on the left, €500 worth of business on the right. So that's what you're doing first of all with this account. So you're placing that business. Once you've done that, the binary tree is activating. And now, when you've activated the binary tree, you have 450,500 worth of business volume sitting on the right-hand side. Guess what? Your entire right-hand side is built. You've got that done. You've got, basically, you can claim 10% of that. So all you do all day long with this account, knowing that entire right-hand side has been built already previously from your top account, is growing one side, one leg. That's all you do all day long. All you do is you're building that leg, and it's the same thing happens. You're building, placing a few people, you've got a builder, it's all of a sudden expanding. And this side, then this account is close to maxing out. You've got 25K sitting here, nearly, and you know, okay, with this account, I'm nearly maxing out. I can't earn more. The top account is still, of course, earning every single week. The top account probably by now will max out. You will be earning 35K. Now with the sub account, you're nearly maxing out. You're nearly at the 35K. Guess what? You're gonna grab this referral link, and you're gonna start recruiting only with this referral link. But by then, this entire leg will be built because you've been building using this referral link. Will be built for this account already. So this account, by the time you're logging into this account, you're gonna have again like 400, or you're gonna probably max out when it comes to business volume. And then all you have to do is create another account first of all for yourself on a €500, then recruit or create another account for yourself here on €500, activating the binary tree. The moment you do, you know, okay, this entire leg has already been built for me, or I build it from my top account. All I have to do is focus on building my top account. Do you see how it goes? It's infinite. Yeah.
So those secondary accounts that you create, you don't have to become an advocate on them.
When you're ready to start recruiting, all you do is just upgrading. You're going to upgrade. The matching bonus section will show you what the limits are. And limits are based on two things, and you don't need to fulfill both requirements, one or the other. So one, your weekly earnings, so that's the weekly earning cap, is going to be determined by either the size of your license or what direct lifetime sales you've produced. So you can be on a €100 license, and if you want to just have that license, you can just never upgrade it. You can just sit on it. But if you've delivered €150,000 of direct sales, that's not team sales, that's you personally, then you're going to reach that. You will actually activate that weekly earnings cap of 35K. So you can start. So the moment you have the €500 license, you're going to be able to earn 2K a week. And then you can just pretty much recruit. And the moment you get to 8K of direct sales, that cap is going to increase to 5K, which is already a pretty decent limit, isn't it?
That's it. And also the bigger this grows, the higher the coins will become as well, which is...
This matching bonus, this is actually a good moment to explain matching bonuses, because that's pillar number 3. Requirements here in order to activate this third pillar of the compensation plan is, of course, you need to first of all have the advocate. So you need to activate previous 2. So you need to do the advocate upgrade, and then you need to deliver 500 in sales to the left, 500 in sales to the right. And then in here, potentially the license that you have personally, that this account has that you're using to refer, matters. Because if you have €500 account, automatically level 1 matching bonus is activating. That goes live straight away. But if you are sitting on a €100 license, you're not going to have any matching bonus. Unless, because as you can see, there's all here, unless you deliver €2,500 worth of direct sales. Then, even if you are on a €100 license, 10% will activate for you as well. So if you are You can still be on 100 euro license yourself, but if through your own referral link, you bring 150,000 euro worth of sales, you will also activate all 5 levels of matching bonus. Yeah, this chart is in a back office and it's just so clear. Okay, now matching bonus. So that's pillar number 3. So when, for the simplicity, let's assume that, sorry, everyone's buying 500 euro licenses. Yeah, that was going to go for 2K, but let's just say 500 euro license. Everyone's buying 500 euro. So that's me. I'm going to explain the structure. That's Belal. That's Sol. That's you, Abigail. That's you, Joseph. And let's say you're going to have someone else. You're going to have Anna here. So that's my level 1. That's Belal. That's my level 2. That's Sol. You, Abigail, are my level 3. You, Joseph, are my level 4. And then you've got Amy, that's going to be my level 5. And then let's say there's going to be someone else. There's going to be Paul at the very bottom. So I'm here, that's me. Now, when Belal sold 500 euro license to Sol, Belal everyone makes 10% direct bonus. That's clear, right? 10% of the value of the license. So that's pillar number 1, 10% direct sales. I'm going to get 10%. So Belal sold 500 euro license to Sol. Belal made 50 euro because that's the direct sales bonus. So 10% of that, of the value of the sale. I made, because the matching bonus for level 1 is 10%, I made 10% of what Belal made. So I made 5 euro. This carries on. Now, Sol sold 500 euro license to you, let's say, for simplicity reason. Sol made 50 euro. Belal, because Sol is Belal's level 1, Belal made 5 euro, 10% of that, but I made 15% because I make 15% of what my level 2 is making. I've actually made €7.50 from this sale.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. When someone, so when someone on a 5th level, when someone is my level 5, so let's say you introduce Amy to the business, and Amy then sells 500 euro license to Paul. Amy makes 50 euro. This person is going to make 10%. This person is going to make 15, 20, 25. I'm going to make 30% of 50 euro. So I'm actually going to make 15 euro from that sale because my level 5 selling, providing that my level 5 is active. So either I'm sitting on a 25K president license, or I personally introduced or brought 150,000 worth of sales to the company. Then my level 5 will activate, and only then I will get paid for that line, for that sale. This is the power of it, where they reversed it completely. And just look at that simple rule of 2. Everyone brings 2. You actually have, at the very bottom level, you have 32 people. And if you're making 30% of what 32 people are making, that's huge money.
Yeah. I mean, in all honesty, if this was purely just the coins and that was it, that in itself is phenomenal. But with all this as well, I mean, it's just crazy.
There's more. I'm literally just throwing it all at you. Whatever you
please do.
For recording. Okay. So there are 6 licenses that we have. 100, 500, 1,000, sorry, 2,000, 5,000. I don't like drawing with my. Okay, then you got 12.5, and then you got the biggest 25K license. They have something called upgrades. You will see that on a sheet, on a product or license comparison chart. You will see something that's called upgrades. That's crucial, especially for people. So again, there are 2 types of people in this business that see the vision and are very keen on sitting on as many coins as possible. And then there are people that only care about commissions. So it depends who you're talking to. That's why not always you will be explaining this part. Anyhow, these 3 accounts have 1 upgrade. 5,000 has 2 upgrades. 12.5 has 2 upgrades. This account has 3 upgrades. Initially, these upgrades help when it comes to calculating how many coins you will receive. I've got a simplified version. Like mega simplified, but this is heavy. This literally calculates every single bit of commission. If you really want to be that geeky, I've prepared it because I like Excel. But I like that. So you've got the frequency. It's almost like at what point of the development of the project you want to come on board. It's a bit like that. That's pretty much how I see it working. That's what you're getting. So when someone is one of these early adopters and they kind of are willing to pay for the license and come on board early into the project, basically they will be rewarded with more coins than someone who comes in right before we go public, etc. So, but then there was that scarcity factor before. Now it's slightly changed, and the frequency is actually determined by the sales, how many licenses we sold. So it could be that the frequency will drop, although it's very unlikely. It hasn't so far in the last 6 months, and the frequency changes every 2 weeks. So, but that's what the company is officially saying, that frequency is based on sales, and if we have less sales in a particular over a 2-week period, then the next frequency is going to be less. I highly doubt that it will ever drop. But anyhow, this calculator, for example, let's say that the next frequency, that's the week after next, is going to change to 7. Anyone who's buying the license, even the smallest license, will get 10 coins less, because it's going to drop from 300, this line 13, 355, it's going to drop to 345. And they pay more per coin. You can see that here. All these calculations are here. If the frequency eventually gets to, when it gets to 7.5, you're only getting 322 coins rather than 355. And this really makes, so for these first three, the growth is more or less proportionate. The price is more or less the same, it's fairly close. But then you have this license and this, where the price per coin and also the number of coins significantly increases. And then you've got the biggest, where you're buying coins for like 1/4 of the price of the people comparing to people that buy smaller licenses. And that's because of the upgrades. So what the company is doing is, when you're buying licenses, we initially say, for the simplicity, just to kind of not to confuse anyone, we say, if you're going to buy this license today, you're going to get this many coins. But we are skipping certain calculations when we do that, simply because we don't want to be confusing people. But what you are actually buying for the licenses, you're paying for cycles rather than paying for coins. Cycles coins is the end product of calculating how it all translates. Basically, when you buy 500 euro license today, you're actually buying, with the bonus cycles, you're actually buying 6,050 cycles. That's what you're buying. And then there is a special formula that is used to calculate how many coins these cycles are going to give you. That's what it is. Every single one of us, up until around September, October, will be earning both coins and cash from commissions. But from October, you will only be able to earn cash. So even if you sell licenses, the company will only be paying you in cash. There won't be any coins additionally given. Nothing will be going to the reserve account. This is why we've got that pressure now. Everyone's just selling because they want to accumulate. They want to have more coins, because they understand that they're getting them significantly cheaper, below the public market value when it launches. But then after September, your cycles will not be converted automatically to coins. You will be able to use cycles to buy other products within Dascoin or Dasnet ecosystem, like smart contracts, the infrastructure as a service. That's what we will be doing. So cycles effectively are internal currency of Dasnet. That's what they are. And then cycles can be used to produce coins if you just want Dascoins, or if you want to buy smart contracts, use your cycles to pay for smart contracts. That's why what you're paying for the license, what you're actually getting for your license, is cycles initially. As of today, there is auto conversion. That's why we just say, okay, if you have this many, you buy this license, you're going to get this many coins. That's how it is. That's how we explain it today. But later on, you will be able to exchange your cycles, is that product before it converts the coins into whatever other product we're selling inside the ecosystem. So what I did, that image, I created on purpose because the frequency is going to change on the 1st of June. That's why. So if the frequency, of course, I cannot say that you're going to get 355 coins, because if the frequency changes to 7, that image will not be valid, that picture. That's why I put that expiry date on it. Every 2 weeks, the frequency changes. There will be different frequency. Therefore, you will be given less points for your license that you're buying. Okay, again, because I know that this is heavy. And it took me some weeks to really get my head around it. But now pay attention to the jump that there is between the first 3 and then the last 3 when it comes to how many coins and the price per coin. That's because of this upgrade. Now let's say, okay, back to the simple things. Let's say that now you've made, on a particular week, you've sold 2K license. 2K license, it's going to give you 200 euro. That's direct sales 10%. So that week you've made 200 euro. That 200 euro, up until we open up our internal exchange, is going to split automatically. 60% of it will be cash. So 120 euro. 40% of it will go into the reserve account. And that's 40% of it. So you're going to have 80 euro worth of cash in the reserve account. That's 80 euro, right? 120 here, 80 here. When you have 80 euro worth of 80 euro in your reserve account, then what the company does is convert that into cycles, into that internal currency. And all they do is they use a very simple formula where one cycle equals 0.09 euro cent. So when you have 80 of that, 80 divided by 0.09, 888. That's how many cycles you receive. Again, cycles is, and if anyone's asking, cycles is an internal currency, and you will be able to effectively buy any product inside the Dasnet ecosystem for your cycles. You can buy coins, but then you can buy smart contracts. You will be able to create applications. But yeah, okay, so now, because this part I also need to cover. So again, you've got first 3 licenses, 100, 500, and 2000. They only have 1 upgrade. Then you've got 12.5K that they have 2 upgrades. So that 12.5K has got 2 upgrades. And then you've got 25K license that has 3 upgrades. What you do with this 888, you do double. So when a license has 1 upgrade, you only do double once. So you double the amount once. So you do 888 times 2. So that's going to be 1776. You with me? Abigail?
Yeah, I'm here, yeah.
Okay. Now, when you have the 12.5K license, you have personally 12.5K license, you do 2 doubles of this 888. So you do 1 double and you're going to get this amount, and then you upgrade, you multiply that by 2 again. 888 times 2 equals 1776, and then times 2 again. That's the second upgrade, and that will give you 3,555. This is an exciting part, guys. Just stay with me. We're nearly there. I'm going to show you why exactly this is important. Because that's another huge, I know that this is heavy stuff, but people that get it, they really run with it. Okay, that's because this one's got 2 upgrades. You double this initial cycles amount twice. And then when you have the biggest license, you do 1 more upgrade. So you do 1 more double. So 7104. So basically 80 euro worth of cycles in your reserve account. When you have the 25K license, upgrades 3 times. So 80 euro gives you 888 cycles, and then you've got 3 times, you're doubling that. And then the figure is 7,104. So this is cycles. This is the final number of cycles that you get based on the license that you have from that commission that you've made, from that 2,000 euro sale that you've made. Now, if you come in right now today at the frequency 6.8, we're nearly there, and you'll really get excited now. Now, 1,706, divided by your frequency, which is 6.8, that equals to 261, whatever, that's rounded, 261 Dascoins. 3,552 divided by 6.8 equals 522 Dascoins. because we're calculating Dascoins now. How many Dascoins you also get. And then the last one divided by 6.8 equals 1,044 Dascoins. What I did is, so when 40% of my commission, so you've sold 2,000 euro license, I'll change color so that you see that transition. You've sold 2,000 euro license, you've brought someone at the 2,000 euro level. 40% of so you received 200 euro commission, or it's 10%, right?
Yep. Yep.
40% of that 200 euro goes into the reserve account. So that equals 80 euro. 40% of 200 is 80. That's 80 euro. Now, 80 euro converts into base cycles. So use this formula. You do 80 divided by 0.09, and that gives you 888 cycles.
Got it. So this is all from just the reserve. This is on top of everything else.
On top of everything else. And now, just bear with me. So you've got 888, and this is where you do double. If you just have 100 yourself, 500 or 2,000 license, that's you do ×2 once. So that's one upgrade. If you have 12.5K license, you're gonna double that amount again. So you're gonna be another double. So you're gonna have 3,552 cycles. If you have 20K license yourself, 25K license, you're gonna double this one more time. And then you're gonna get to 7,104. Now imagine that you receive these coins, and these coins are then sitting inside your wallet, and then Dascoin launches, goes on a public exchange, and the price of Dascoin climbs to 10 euro per coin. Guess what? You have these coins that you've made extra from selling 2,000K license. If Dascoin costs 10 euro per license, this additional 2K sale additionally made you 2,610 euro. Just because you not only received cash from a sale, but also you received extra cycles.
This is absolutely phenomenal.
What kind of genius? I don't know what stroke, when they must have been sitting on a toilet, because that's when people get the best ideas. But imagine then that you actually have 20K, 25K license, where you get actually 1,042 extra coins, and Dascoin is on a public exchange at 10 euro per coin. You're getting 420 euro additionally from 2K sale that you've made 6 months ago. I told you that it's going to be heavy, but it's going to be worth it.
Yeah, no, this is great. Keep it coming.
That's it.
You're not going to say there's more. Wow.
Normally I wouldn't, but this is the gravy, where every single time when you're making sales, even if these commissions maybe seem insignificant right now, remember that every single time you're also putting some money away into the basket that will then convert into Dascoins. But then imagine another thing. Okay, there is more. Now, let's say, what is the mechanism that would then be encouraging people from upgrading from 100 euro license to 25K euro license? That's exactly what I just explained to you. Although Dascoin is one time, normally you don't pay monthly. You've got no shipping, nothing. You don't pay monthly residual. There's nothing with Dascoin. There's nothing like that. You pay one time, you buy one license, and you're just sitting on it. But then people will get that, although someone that I've got on my second line has that 100 euro license, you know that this guy is building. So this guy, because he understands the upgrades, he understands that every time when he makes commissions, he also is making extra coins. This guy will be then encouraged to upgrade to the 25K license, because he knows that if he's got this license instead of 100, every time when he makes commissions, he's gaining more coins. He's getting more coins. That's why people will be upgrading. Although this is one time, people will be going from 100. I'm actually already saving up for the 25K, because every time 25K license opens up 5 levels of matching bonuses and opens up free upgrades for me. Therefore, every time when my team makes commissions and I make commissions, I'm actually getting more coins. I'm getting more Dascoins because I'm going to have free upgrades. Even if the frequency goes up to 11, they will still be better off because of that value. So this is the power of the compensation plan, where basically people, especially builders, they need to see this whole picture. They need to see the triangle, why they need to have the triangle to open up to these infinite income streams. And they also need to see how encouraging it is for people to be actually upgrading. That although someone started at the 100 euro level, that they have that massive, massive incentive to actually be eventually upgrading to higher levels. So you've made one commission from someone, but if that guy happens to be a builder, that's why it's almost worth investing your time in training someone up. Because if he becomes a builder, this guy would then see, okay, I need to be in a 5K license because I want more coins out of these commissions.